Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Car Addict. Doing this at night because is there anybody else out there who spends a ridiculous amount of time when you wash your car? I mean, I let mine get really bad, so it was hours and hours and hours. Down the right side, I must have gone over some fresh asphalt somewhere. Just big old spots and long strings of some kind of tar. I mean, it was like smearing, and then I'd finally get it off with like the scrubby side of my palm washing mat. It's got like the soft side and the kind of rougher side, and took the rougher side, would kind of smear it and finally get it off. But I got the car clean. One thing hurting me is there's so much ash in the air. It's terrible. If you go online to like the Air Quality Index website, we're like extremely unhealthy, the dark red circle, and it's like on my house, basically. I mean, of course, it doesn't mean my house is worse than my neighbor, nothing like that, but like the shitty area is centralized right around my neighborhood. We got terrible air quality, so I probably shouldn't even have been outside washing my car all day or doing anything else I was doing outside, but it just had to be done. The car was terrible. Now it looks so good. I wish this was daylight just so I could show it off, because I'm proud of how clean this car is now. I went to town. Door jams under the hood, in the trunk, inside the gas door, because I had to get all that exhaust smoke off. Completely clean the interior. All the floor mats are clean. Vacuum blew out everything with an air blower. All the seams in the seats were spread apart and blown out and vacuumed, and I wiped everything with a wet rag, so it's all nice and black again. Even my console, it's not all white and chalky looking. It's just beautiful. So what's the point that I'm going to get to? You probably already know about it, but Ktuner had another update, or a couple. I skipped a couple, but the non-SI 1.5s, maybe not all of them, but a whole slew of ECUs have been added to the list. We've got on-the-fly, like launch control, on-the-fly RPM adjustment for the launch control, or the two-step, I guess. I'll have to try it in a minute just to see exactly what it changes. Maybe I should have researched it more. Maybe it keeps your same window. So if you have a 50 RPM window set at $3,000 and you adjust it to 25, maybe it goes 2450 to 25 or something and keeps your window. I'm not really sure, but the other thing we got is the on-the-fly map switching. Now, when I first heard that was coming out and I saw it on the SI, I gotta admit, I kind of thought, cool, but who cares? I mean, I had the JB4 on my 335, and I mean, I loved it, but I didn't really do a lot of switching around because I put it to what I wanted, basically, and I left it alone. And I know plenty of people are gonna probably make a comment that the JB4 is crap. There's a lot of people that don't like the JB4. They talk it down. I think it's awesome if you... Here's a dude, all black, walking across the shadows right in front of my car. Not worrying about it all. Didn't even look. Some people. Anyways, if you know what it is, like, no, it cannot change your fueling or ignition. It's basically a very detailed electronic boost controller. Like, you can integrate your methanol system with it, and if it senses a problem, it'll lower your boost. If it senses a misfire, you can have it lower your boost. If it senses this, you can have it lower your boost. You can have it, I mean, whatever. It was cool. Plus, for 80 bucks, you could buy the flashing module, and then you can do the free back-end flash they give out. They give out multiple options for E85 or race fuel or this and that. And yeah, it was a awesome device, I thought. Anyways, back to my point. I just was thinking, whatever. And at first, I only thought it was like the boost tables, kind of. I didn't really think it was that cool, because I've got the economy button that switches between two boost tables, and I rarely switch as it is. And then I started thinking, after I did it and I saw there's more than just the boost tables. I'll let you know in a second, because I actually got to look it up to remember everything that doesn't change with the change and everything that does change with the change. But I started thinking, really, two could kind of do it but having 3 pairs is better. Now, you could have, because I have my economy table for like if I want to drive around easily, and I don't stay on that very often. Usually I stay on the sport table, my normal table. But now I can have like a pair of low tables. Say I have just one as valet mode now. So if the guy knows about the econ button, or he assumes the car's tuned, maybe, if I ever had my car valeted, which I don't let anybody else drive my car really, but if I did, they'd maybe want to be like, oh, let's turn off this economy crap. Or even if they didn't know the car was tuned, they'd do it anyways. Well, I can have both tables be pretty much garbage, no power, and there's valet, because they probably won't know about the switching. Then my second set could be what I drive around with normally, like lower boost targets on economy, aggressive on normal. I'll drive around on 2 all the time. 3 could be for the track, and maybe I'll have economy and normal. Again, like 1, I'll have them the same, but they're both super aggressive, because at the track I can hold more boost. Well, my clutch can't, but tires to the ground, I can have a lot more boost, make a lot more power, and actually put it to the ground. However, boost by gear does not change with the maps. So there's the part that kind of sucks. You almost have to, if you wanted to be able to have it really aggressive at the track and then not spin all the time, you'd have to have basically your boost tables set up like boost by gear, and then you're limited like that. Same curve you give yourself would just be every gear, because now you have the second. I'm just probably confusing people with all this garbage that I'm talking about. It's kind of like my own thought process too, though. But you could set up your boost table to mimic what you had boost by gear in your low. So like first gear, you can't really put much down in the beginning. You can in second, but you're never really there. If you're racing, you're not at a low RPM in second gear, so you don't really have to worry about it. So that would be a way to have elimination of spinning through all the gears on the street, and then you really put the power to it on your third pair, and then you just put boost by gear, completely just disable it. Just put all of it at like 30, so you never are limited by boost by gear, and you're using your tables to do so. That's another story. You could figure that out yourself. Maybe I'll talk about the way I set it up more later, but it is actually pretty cool now. Boost by gear switching with the maps would also be cooler, because then you could truly have like 3 is track, 2 is street, 1 is rain, or whatever, something like that. So anyways, basically, now I'm going to shut up and I'll just show you how this works. It's pretty cool. I'm guessing they'll add more to it. I mean, that's the cool thing. Ktuner's always adding stuff. And I guess while we're here, I'll tell you, they do have a simplified boost by gear. And I don't think it was very hard in the beginning. I mean, basically you just choose 1 through 6 on the tables, or probably 1 through 5 for the CVT guys, because I've heard you got 5 gears. 5 ratios that are simulated. Anyways, now there's drop downs, and you can choose a flat target, or you can have it be the target with a ramp. And what the ramp is, I've only checked it in 6th gear because I had no boost by gear and I didn't want to mess my tables up. I already set in 1 through 3 or whatever. So I let's see who this is. It is, oh, I forgot to mark that car sold. Where was I? I'm gonna get there. Wheels are turning. Oh yeah, if you had the boost by gear set with the ramp, it's basically you pick 20 psi with a ramp. It's 20 psi until 3,500. Then basically by about 4,500, it's up to 29. So if you're targeting 29, you'll have 29. But if you're targeting 26 at 3,500 RPM, you'll be limited to what you choose, and then by 4,500, you'll be able to hit your targets. So that'll help your clutch, or it will help your CVT belt, or it'll help your tires on the asphalt. However it is, they make it simpler now. Instead of having to drag all these dots or type in all these numbers yourself, all these values into the tables, you can just hit a drop down button. Pretty cool. I mean, so it is much easier, but as far as understanding it, how it works, maybe now you don't have to understand, but I don't really think that makes that part of it much easier. Like, it still sets a table up for you, so you can choose it, then go to your table to look and modify it from there if you want to. Alright, so now that we're over 10 minutes into this, let's take a look at how this works. Alright, so hopefully you can see the tack, and you can do this while you're driving. So basically, you hold cancel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I not have this shit on the car? Oh, sorry, my bad. You also can't have cruise on. So turn cruise control off. Then you gotta hold cancel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why the fuck is it not working? Oh, there you go. So basically, I'll show you again. Hold on. All right, so it doesn't actually do it for you. Maybe they can make that in an update just to make it more not counterintuitive, more intuitive, whatever. So basically, hold cancel. 1, 2, 3. When you let go is when the tack will jump up. I think it'd be cooler if you're holding it until it jumps, so you know you've held it long enough and you're good to go, so you don't keep looking down and dicking around with it. But either way, you got it there. Resume and set between the maps you got, okay? So let's say we're gonna go to 2. Then you hold cancel again. 1, 2, 3. Let it go. Now you're back to idle. Just to check see if it's still there, we'll hold cancel. 1, 2, 3. Let it go. 2 is what you're at. Alright, and the way this works is if you unplug your device when you leave, you come back and start the car, you're going to be in 1. But if you leave it in, when you come back to the car, you're going to be 2. So check this out. We're in 2. 1, 2, 3. Now we're back at idle. Turn the car off. Start the car. You probably heard that knock I was talking about last night with the engine mount. Alright. 1, 2, 3. We're still at 2. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. Get out of the menu. Turn the car off. We'll unplug the Ktuner. Okay. Start the car. Now, 1, 2, 3. We're in 1 because we took the Ktuner. So that's like valet mode, like I was talking about. It'll always default to 1 if you take the device out. Now let's take a look at the adjustable launch control. Alright, so same thing for this one. Cruise has to be off. Clutch in, click cancel once. So 3,600, 3,500, use the plus and minus on the cruise again. Okay, so let's go back to my 36. That's 37, 36. Let the clutch out, and now we'll see where it sits at. Okay, short recovery, 3,600. Let's change it. Let's go to 2,400. Okay, put the clutch out. Now let's see if it keeps my same recovery or if that changes. Same short recovery. Alright, there was the on-the-fly launch control. Clutch in, click once. $4,900. It's like a machine gun with that short recovery up top like that. That's pretty cool. It probably sounded a lot better with my muffler delete. I'm sure it'd be popping, but Anyways, there you go. I'll have to look at the software exactly to let you know what switches, because on my phone, when I look up what it shows, I feel like, if you can see this, I feel like that is not exactly what it shows in my software on my computer. Maybe it is. So if it is, you have turbo responsiveness, boost target for normal, and then boost target for sport, which us low life scum of the earth base model owners, that's normal and economy, or economy and normal, I mean. And then so if that's true, then the throttle responsiveness, the rev hang, delete option, stuff like that, that stays the same between all three. But I'm going to do a different video on the software itself, looking it over, how to set things. So in that video, I'll let you know if this is a little bit different. But for now, we'll just operate under the assumption that that is what it is, because this is Ktuner's own website, so that should be correct. All right, there you go. That's the breakdown on how the map switching works. What my ideas are about what I'm going to do with it. The on-the-fly launch control, which is pretty cool. You can do it pretty damn quick. I mean, basically, if you know in your mind you're always at 3,600 and you want it to be 400 RPMs lower, you don't even have to look. You can just clutch, cancel, 1, 2, 3, 4, let the clutch out, and then go. But, I mean, don't go 1, 2, 3, 4, because it doesn't keep up with it that fast. But you can go, it's like clutch, cancel, 1, 2, 3, 4, let go, and then just floor it. You're good to go. All right. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. And I'm kidding, we're not done yet. I'm just going to go outside and show you the car, because it looks so good. I mean, this Civic may not be no top dollar car, but when she is clean, boy, she's pretty. Look at this thing. It's hard to see, but she's nice and gleaming white everywhere. Clean black grille. I got my wheels slightly polished. Tires nice and blacked out. And look at this interior now. Oh man, she's a beaut. Wow, I bet you can't see anything. But if you can, she looks good. Alright, we're out of here for real. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I will see you later.